How do you think we should deal with Pakistan?
We should always be ready to engage them in dialogue. That's why diplomatic relations are maintained.
I think you just now said that Trump has a wicked mind and is great.
I did not say. If it is here pure love, no question. When it is jihad, there is a question. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Then and even now.
Anytime.
Am I talking to the next Sarsang Chalak?
That you should ask the Sarsang Chalak.
Hello. If the BJP is the dominant political force of the country today, it is RSS that acts as its ideological fount. When it was founded 100 years ago by Dr. Hedgewar, he would have never imagined that RSS would one day be the driving force behind India's polity. Nurtured over decades by several leaders, RSS remained a shadowy figure in the background until 2014, when Narendra Modi led BJP to a now famous victory. As BJP has strengthened its hold over politics, so has RSS risen in stature. It is now the world's biggest voluntary organization under the guidance of Sarsang Chalak Dr. Mohan Bhagwat. While Mohan Bhagwat is the spiritual guide, his second in command, Dattatreya Hosabale, has the organizational control. Mr. Hosabale has just returned from a tour of the United States and Europe. The trip was an outreach to the global community as well as to the NRI community. We are talking to Mr. Hosabale today on his worldviews and the controversies that seem to surround RSS. Dattatreya Hosabale ji, welcome to PTI's podcast.
Welcome to this place and also very happy to see you. Namaste.
Namaste. We are at the RSS headquarters in Delhi. You have just returned from a trip to the United States and two countries in the US, in Europe. And the intention was to remove some misconceptions that the Western world might have about RSS. What did you achieve in this trip? Are you happy with the outcome?
Sure. That way I have been visiting the Western countries to meet the Hindu community and also to address the Hindu same-sex people in the past. This time, as part of our global outreach efforts in the backdrop of centenary year of RSS, we thought of meeting people who are local people and who are influential in various segments of society like academics, policymakers, and many other such people. So, two invitations were there for me. One from Stanford University faculty. There is an organization called Global Scientific Innovation Forum. And another is Hudson Institute of Washington, D.C. So this gave me an opportunity to go to some other places also and meet people. I had the opportunity of interacting with some academicians, think tank people, thought leaders, including a Nobel laureate in Stanford, and some people from the Congress, among congressmen. So that gave me an opportunity to explain what RSS is and what's its philosophy and how we are civilizationally inspired by India's ancient culture and spiritual message to the world.
So you spoke to a lot of non-Indians. What was the main concern of the Western world that came across that you could address? What kind of questions did they ask you about RSS, about RSS's background and whatever misconceptions that you think exist?
See, one thing is either misconception or ignorance.
Okay.
So they had no idea what RSS is doing. And many times whatever they have heard is through some media, some people itself. And those who have visited India, they have had the opinion about RSS on the basis of some media news here, because they have not interacted, barring one or two, they have not interacted with any RSS person per se. So that's why misconception and ignorance, both were there. And they humbly accepted, we don't know. And some people thought that we are some anti-Muslim, anti-minority.
Supremacist organization.
Supremacist. So all these things they had it. So I said, we are a voluntary volunteer-based, volunteer-driven organization to create human social capital and those who engage themselves in community service and national service.
Yes.
And this is our track record for 100 years.
Right.
And that is why the people of RSS have come to occupied the center stage of the Indian public life.
Yeah.
So, and they have created many civil institutions for the nation building activity. So this I have explained, and it has gone well.
The perception that RSS is anti-Muslim exists in India also. We'll come to that later. But I want to stay in the United States for the time being. You were there last in 2018, and this was you were visiting United States after a long
8
period.
years.
8 years. In that period, I mean, you have seen the growth of the Indian diaspora. They are, extremely wealthy. They occupy positions of influence and power. They are at the top in technology, medical, legal profession, and everything. But at the same time, do you get the sense, and has it been told to you, that the diaspora continues to be divided along regional, language, caste lines, that there are different communities, associations, even within Telugus. Telugus will stick to Telugus, Tamils will stick to Tamils, Punjabis will be together.
Thing is, in India also these things to be corrected.
They need to be corrected, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You are right on both the counts. One is Indian diaspora has definitely made a mark there, and they have grown, and both academically and economically, and their contribution to national wealth is also now being identified, recognized. And in the last 8 years, I should say that per capita income of the Hindu community has definitely gone up. Thing about Indian community or the Hindu community, I should say that is they have not become a headache to any state anywhere in the world. So they have mingled with the society. That is one thing. That is the good part of it. And coming to the second part of your question, see, the thing is, this what I have, when I interacted with them in the groups, formal or informal, this was my, see, individually, most of you are, every one of you have become successful. But community-wise, are we successful? So this, you should ask this question to yourselves. No doubt you organize many programs, come together, etc. But at the same time, so the differences and because of diversities should not make us weak as a united community.
Correct. So are you disappointed then that we end up creating a mini Telangana, mini Tamil Nadu, mini Andhra, and instead of a major
I am
India?
A person with hopes.
Okay.
Otherwise, 100 years back, RSS, if it would be disappointed people's organization, we would not have created these things. We have immense hope in our people. So then this happens. And as you said, the base of language and state, etc., there are number of organizations in US, as you know. But the thing is, what the 2-3 things that we have been trying to do is, one, number one, the Swayam Sevaks of RSS from India, they have tried to create Swayam Sevak like organization in the name of HSS, Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, in those cities. And that is why when they come to Sangha Shakha there also, so the differences are disappearing.
Okay.
So that is one thing which we have tried to. The bottom line is that we belong to one culture, one background.
How many people would be there in the HSS, would you say? What is the strength of HSS right now?
They, I think 175,000 shakas are there.
175 shakas are there.
In US.
Okay.
So they are, I think I should say, they are reaching around 500,000 people.
Okay. Would you then say that the best way to remove all the differences that Indians have when they go or they continue with the differences would be for all of them to come together under the RSS umbrella?
See, all of them cannot come under HSS or whatever it is. See, it is impractical.
Do you fear that Indians in America will very soon forget that they are Indians and will become entirely an American? And is that okay with you?
This is happening in India also. We are getting more and more westernized.
Yes.
See, this is the thing. See, what is becoming American or the British? It is ultimately it is a question of values. See, outward things, you change the dress or the attire or something. This goes up and be a Roman in Rome.
Yes.
So that adage has to be followed because that's fine.
Right.
But the thing is, still respect to elders, family being
Values,
together, being responsible to the community,
Yeah.
and taking care of the children and inculcate values in them, in their upcoming generation. So these things are the basic and permanent values of human life.
Correct.
So what our society, see, the Gita classes are being held there. Yoga has definitely given a
Sense of
tremendous
pride and-
opportunity, and it has pushed this whole thing. Yoga is not just some physical posture and 21st June you conduct. Yoga is a comprehensive approach to life.
Yeah.
So these things are definitely not only the Sangha Swayamsevaks, other organizations like Ramakrishna Ashram and many others, they are also doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
So that's why this will take care of it. And that's why I said there is no scope for disappointment. There is immense hope, and they are following. And new generation, now this bhajan clubbing, Gita clubbing,
Bhajan
vegan.
club, yes.
So new people will understand values in their own way.
In their own
so
way,
we have to give them in the language and in the package that they understand and receive.
Yeah. Earlier you said that Indians, when they go to other countries and become permanent residents there, they don't become a headache to the local society. But I'll counter you a little bit on that. There was an article recently in the New York Times about how there is a community in Texas where they have built a 40-foot or 60-foot statue of Hanuman, and it is rubbing the people, the local, the non-Indians, the wrong way. Indians are building temples everywhere, which is what the Indians want,
Sure.
and it's creating friction with the other community. So, my question is, how do you balance your pride in your culture, in your heritage, and your love for your religion, and at the same time respect for your neighbors and the local host community? How do you balance that?
The thing is, first, what I said, they are not a headache. All these things, whether they have erected a Hanuman statue or built a temple, have they done it illegally? No.
No.
So they have done everything legal. When I say they have not become a headache, the majority, 99.9% of people from this country who have gone there, they have not involved themselves in illegal activities.
Yeah.
So that is why I said they are not a headache.
Yeah.
Their crime rate is so low.
Absolutely.
And how many people you find them in jails and prisons there. So this is the thing what I said. Now the thing is, the practices, how the friction is there because the Indians who go there are earning because of their hard work and talent. The fear is that we may be taking away their jobs. And you go there in 10 years, you become a millionaire, you earn so well and you live and you are on par with many people in there. So this fear is there because of the success, material success of the Indians. Otherwise, no. Now, how to balance it? This is where, what I said, the civilization ethos and cultural values or family values, that should come in operation. That is, we should, how we can contribute to the host family, host society, host community.
Yes, yes.
This is what we stress, we emphasize. See, you have an obligation to the host community, host society, host nation, where you earn your bread. Your allegiance should not be questioned. Because you should show that by your behavior.
Yes.
Of course, your connect with India is quite natural, obvious, it should be there. But at the same time, you should also be concerned about the community around you where you are living. Have that connection. Serve them. And I should say, during the pandemic, fantastic thing our people have done to the local. And food drives, in both in England and in US. Our people are conducting food drives. They are conducting shelter homes. And they are engaged in lot of such community service activities which are beneficial to the local people also.
Yes.
So this is what is happening.
I'm really glad you brought this up, because apart from the pandemic situations, I've got some statistics that if you look at the normal times, for example, the Jewish community for every dollar that a Jewish person gives, the Indians give 5 cents. So the kind of contribution, the philanthropic contribution to the society, like food banks, like you said, churches have these, the soup kitchens.
Yeah.
Giving to the veterans, the army veterans, is much more among the Jewish community and very, very little in the Indian. Maybe is that why there is that friction also?
This should be more according to their number
Yeah.
and their earnings.
Yeah.
And we are emphasizing on that, and it is increasing now.
Yeah.
See, the first generation, they were struggling for their own survival
Yes.
and their own recognition.
Yeah.
Now they are a confident community.
Yeah.
When they are a confident community, definitely they will be doing it. I have no doubt about it.
So you would urge them to do more for the local, their community, so that they gain acceptance. Because we don't want to end up with a situation where the US government says that Indians are no longer welcome. H-1B visa holders can go back.
That
I will
statement
cancel
which the President has endorsed, that did not go well. And Indians in most part of the Western countries, particularly in sizable number where they are there in UK and US, they are very much inclined to do something for the local community. This is what I have seen.
Yeah.
And during my tour also, I insisted, I met many HNI people, and this was my first thing. One thing is, the first thing was I said, invest here in this community service,
Sure.
and also invest in other things like academics, etc. So that you earn and you
Give back to the community.
give back to the payback,
Yeah.
and build the society here. And you should be a partner in the nation building.
What did you tell your hosts, the American hosts, for example, or Germans, about how India can provide some guidance to the West?
Yeah, this is what I said. See, the worldview of our philosophy, 100 years ago, Vivekananda had said the same thing. One is religious bigotry will not work. And seeing the same divinity in everyone, and all living and non-living beings, this is our basic philosophy. So that is why you have to see that these things are inculcated through education, through moral training in the families, etc. So that's why human relation is very important, and relation in society and nature.
Yeah.
So this should be given in practical capsules. Our festivals, or many of our the so-called rituals, they are not religious, they are cultural. In order to make the people understand, they were put in the religious thing.
Garb.
But actually, there are very cultures. For example, I will tell you two things which our people have tried. One is Raksha Bandhan, Rakhi.
Yeah.
See, Rakhi is not a religious thing. It is a cultural thing. Another thing I will tell you. Guru Vandana we started. That is, as we do it in Guru Purnima, that is, Gurus, our teachers are respected.
Yeah.
Their respect should be shown all through the year.
Yeah.
But a program was arranged where the teachers, the American teachers, they were invited, and our people touched their feet and showed their respect and gave them some gifts like Guru Dakshina. So this was explained, what is Guru Dakshina, why we are doing this Guru Vandana.
Yeah.
Invariably, every teacher, there was in tears.
To get that respect from
Yes.
the students.
And the concept that we said, that Guru is not just for the school 3 years or 4 years. You are our teacher for whole life. This is how we take it.
Yeah.
Guru is for whole life. So this was explained to them. So they understood this is a fantastic thing.
Sure.
So these, through these capsules, what I said, definitely you can spread the cultural values of Bharat.
Yeah, it's also not fair to say that the entire Western civilization is decadent.
Not.
And we are the best and they are the worst.
No. This is supremacy. We should not always say we are the best and they are struggling. Yeah. See, there are a lot of things we can learn from them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what can we learn from them? For example, let me just give me 10 seconds. I can think of a dozen things that we can learn from them. Discipline on the roads, for example, cleanliness, respect for our fellow beings. I mean, we agree or not, I believe that we don't treat our people who are below us in social strata very well.
Dignity of labor.
Dignity of labor, which they do.
Yeah.
Are these things that we can learn from them?
Definitely. See, all these a dozen things what you mentioned, perfectly right. See, thing is, one thing I should say, this cleanliness and the public this thing
Discipline
happening
and on the roads, for example.
Yeah, garbage, etc.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in both England and America, the thing is slowly there is a decline.
Yeah.
They are also worried about it.
Yes.
When I said about citizenship qualities, civic sense, they said we also want it. That's what in England they said. And it's true also. See, the thing is slowly the family values within British society also, it is not as it was in the past. So that's why they are also losing it. They are also worried about it. That's why when I mentioned this, they said these are all universal things, what you have told.
Yeah.
So whether it is a family values or citizenship qualities or social harmony, social cohesion, these things are the universal issues now. But coming back to the learning part of it, certainly, see, they have also built a society, a nation on certain values. Definitely there are things to learn from them. 100 years ago, Vivekananda also, when he was asked the question, what is there for us to learn from them? He said organization. We are not good in building institutions and organizations. And they have done it. We should learn from them. He had told them. So not only organization, even, see, as you said, see, respecting elders. And people who are pedestrians, the people who are driving a vehicle. So generally people here in India, we think that the bigger the vehicle, the road belongs to them. Yeah, so they should change.
They should change.
So there are some these public etiquettes.
I want to ask you about the war that started this year, Iran war. And then there has been this Ukraine war going on for a long time. We seem to be in the grips of civilizational crisis. You know, many people have termed the Iran war in civilizational terms. Do you think? How do you see this war? Do you think that this is all about nuclear weapons, or is it about wiping out a nation?
See, in last 30 years history, you see the world's history. There was no time there was absence of war.
Okay.
In any part, some part of the world. Wars, battles, skirmishes, conflicts, tensions have always been there. There was a Cold War for a long period. There was a war in Vietnam. There has been war in the Palestine and thing. It is going on in some other tensions. So wars are taking place. And during Bush period, there was
the Iraq war,
Gulf War.
Gulf War.
So wars are generally they take birth in the minds.
Can you explain?
It is. I was having a small lesson when I was going to school. War is a wicked thing. That was the title of the lesson. That wicked thing, it comes because of the wicked mind. So you want to amass something, you want to take the hold of something which is not yours, or you have become too greedy. So a nation, a society, or a leadership becomes when one of these things, the wars break out.
I think you just now said that Trump has a wicked mind and is greedy.
I did not say.
Okay.
When the persons have, when anybody, I did not mention anybody's name.
No, you did not.
No. So, but the thing is, a nation also, the arrogance of a nation also can be possible. It is not only individuals. So that's why these things create wars. Now, coming to the present West Asia war, I think, many of the wars, because of some commercial interest and geopolitics, it is taking place. 25 years back, the book World Challenge had predicted that there will be war because of the oil.
Yeah.
And some people are now predicting that there will be war for water. So that means we are not going to be free from wars even after if this war is over.
Yeah.
That means if this war is over and there is a war going to be there on water, That means we will survive. But definitely it will alter and it will have its influence on human life. The First World War and Second World War, because of the very nature of the wars, they have given rise to many things. See, from scientific advancement took place, some unification of some terms, some words. Many European countries emerged. Some countries clubbed, then they became one, and they tried all these things. Soviet Russia happened, then Germany was divided. So wars create many things. But the present war of West Asia is, we should not think that it is between two countries.
Okay.
So it is, the thing is, it is survival and occupation, some approach to the whole human life, the worldview that I should be the master of everything. This won't.
It's not tenable.
Tenable, it is not going. Yeah, it is not tenable.
Yeah.
And that's why presently some people say that whether there's a civilizational conflict, which Samuel Huntington predicted as
the conflict of civilizations.
Conflict of civilizations. So I don't think whether it has come, because what Samuel Huntington predicted was on the religious lines of these men. Though he said civilization, he made Christian and Muslim world. Today all the Christian world is not with one country, and all the Muslims are not under one umbrella.
Yeah.
So that's why what Professor Huntington has predicted or visualized may come true after some time. At least today it is about oil and so these things.
Yeah, as of now, but in the short term, we are suffering. India is also suffering.
Definitely.
The Prime Minister has called for austerity measures.
Very much.
Yesterday, again, second time
Very
he
much.
said.
Very much.
How do you see this panning out?
See, austerity measure has been there earlier. Two prime ministers, at least as I remember, in my lifetime, they had given call for the austerity measure. One you know very well, that is Lal Bahadur Shastri asked to skip one meal a week, and particularly Monday evening. So that was our austerity measure, and hotels used to be get closed voluntarily, and many people for whole life they did not take meals on the Monday evening. See, the prime ministers as leaders of the country calling for austerity measures is a thing that one has to take consideration of country's welfare, and they have to do it. And the present prime minister has also done it. It is in the best interest of the country.
Sure.
Even in an absence of war, the India's way of life, it should be of simplicity and austerity.
Yes.
That is the basic thing that we should observe and practice. However, at times of crisis and challenges, this should be imbibed and it should be practiced by and it is for the, as we discussed, community leaders and others also should go for this austerity thing.
Right.
It is necessary. Now, when oil is being imported, when we are having so many other crises, austerity measures are required. When there is if there is a food crisis, we have done it on Monday evening. So now also we should practice it. That's one thing. Now India can play a role because India's position in the last at least a decade or more has changed in the world map. So India is also heard, seen, recognized, respected. So that's why India can also play a role in appealing to the good senses of the countries and nations and leaders. So they can play a role there. And we should engage the people in positive debates and dialogue.
Dattaji, in the last 1 year, India has faced many foreign policy challenges. You know, after Operation Sindoor, there was a concerted effort by the government to put out our narrative. Then there was the tariffs. Then this West Asia crisis. Has RSS given any inputs to the government on how to deal with these crises?
No, informally, we discussed. There is no RSS is not having any foreign policy think tank.
Right.
But the doctrine that the Prime Minister is following has many such ingredients which are the basic thoughts of the worldview which RSS has been emphasizing, which are basically of this country's land. So that's why if you go deeply, and there are quite good number of books which have come on the foreign policy things of the present Prime Minister as the doctrine. And they have mentioned some of these things, the people who are experts in the foreign. That's why I think he knows those things well, and he has been practicing. RSS, because we are not experts in the foreign policy affairs, because we don't have a think tank of this kind.
Okay.
So we don't give any formal inputs.
Or unsolicited advice.
I don't say like that. The advices are always expected, and we are free to give the advice.
Suppose the foreign minister were to come and ask you for advice on how to deal with the president.
He doesn't come and ask advice. We can informally chit
You
chat.
can informally give him
Informally
advice
chit chat,
whenever you want.
and such relation we maintain.
Yeah. How do you think we should? I know you said you are not experts in foreign policy, but Pakistan is almost like domestic policy for us. How do you think we should deal with Pakistan? How should we engage with Pakistan?
See, everything has been tried, and more such efforts should go on. Atalji tried to engage them in debate. He went to Lahore by bus, and many things have happened. And our Prime Minister now and so invited Pakistan ahead at the time of taking oath. Then he dropped himself in the wedding ceremony of the Pakistan's leader.
Yeah.
So all these things we have tried. And see, if the Pakistani is the pinpricks it's trying to give, like in Pulwama, etc., we have to answer wholesomely according to the situation. Because the security and self-respect of a country and a nation has to be protected, and the government of the day should take note of it and take care of it. But at the same time, we need not close the doors. We should always be ready to engage them in dialogue. That's why diplomatic relations are maintained.
Okay.
Trade and commerce goes on.
Yeah.
Visas are being given. So that we should not stop it. But because there should be a window for always for a dialogue.
What about sporting events then? Should they also not continue?
Of course, they can continue at present because of Pakistan's adamancy. Many things are not being carried out.
There's a ban on cricket.
Because of these things.
Yeah.
And after this recent skirmishes, Operation Sindoor, we had to take place because of the thing. Right from, you see, the relation, I should say, the turning point was 26 November, Kasab incident and the Mumbai incident.
Yeah.
Since then, the peace period is very, very less. We could not have. Although other things are continuing, mutual confidence is still not completely there. Earlier we tried all those things, but this can happen. More and more Pakistan citizens understand, and non-government actors in Pakistan, if they raise these things, like academicians, sportsmen, scientists, community leaders there, they should come up with these things.
So you're advocating continued relationship.
Yes, political leadership and the military leadership has developed, I think, some aversion to Indian politics.
Yeah.
Whatever may be there, I don't know. This is one hope, I think, because I believe strongly that ultimately these civic society relations, and because we have a cultural relation, we have been one nation.
Yes.
So that has to be emphasized by some people at least. So I am for one, sir, that people of Pakistan, particularly the civic society, various institutions, and these areas,
Yeah.
if that goes on, I think it can
So you think that this is
pave a way for a better.
pave the way for a better
yeah.
relation? So perhaps this is the only way that relations between the two countries can improve on a
that
people-to-people level.
that should be tried more and more now.
That should be tried more and more. Yeah. You said that we were one nation, and this reminds me of what Mohan Bhagwatji said at the centenary celebrations in August. He said that we are all people who have the same DNA. You know, whether you are Muslim or Hindu, Christian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, we are all the same Hindu. Very profound thought. So I was just wondering, so if all of us share the same ancestry, why is there so much controversy about love jihad, for example? Why can't people of two faiths who have the same DNA fall in love?
If it is sheer pure love, no question. When it is jihad, there is a question.
Okay, how do you define jihad?
See, the thing is, nobody has love jihad. The term was used by some high court judge in some court.
Yeah.
So it is not our contribution. Thing is, see, two individuals have love, then there is no religion, nationality,
Yeah.
etc. So that love is pure. See, in many families of the RSS, people have married people belonging to different nationality
Sure.
because it was love. And we welcomed, we celebrated, we attended the weddings. So there is no such thing. But when this becomes an agenda and there is a planned conspiracy to take away Hindu girls, then that is a question and it causes friction. Then this DNA thing doesn't work. Because even with that, all DNA already, if somebody is hijacking a girl from some village, leave alone Muslims, I'm not telling about Hindu Muslims.
Yeah.
Even some person, a Muslim with his friends,
Kidnaps a girl from any community.
That is not allowed. You cannot say we belong to one DNA, it's okay.
That is true.
Yeah, that is not.
Yeah.
That is why it should be socially acceptable thing.
Yeah.
Love is not barred in a society.
So Sangh is not against love marriage between two faiths, two communities.
I will tell you, there are umpteen number of cases among Swayamsevaks who have married with different castes, with other religions and other nationalities.
Okay.
We have not made it a publicity thing, but we accept it as a natural thing. But the love jihad, which we are mentioning, see, it cannot be in such large number in a small area and happening in such a way that you go and see in courts, it is announced every month, so many people going. So how it takes place?
Yeah. The reason I asked this question was
and many girls have come back and they have told their sad stories. And it is true. There are around 20,000 cases which were documented. So all these things cannot happen. And love, does it happen only one way? All Hindu girls and Muslim boys? So that means the love has only one dimension. Then it is not love. There is conspiracy.
The one other statement that Bhagwatji had made, which I found a little disturbing, he said that Hindus should have more children.
Generally, for a healthy family and a child to grow in a healthy atmosphere, 2.2 per family, the TFR is generally universally accepted thing.
2.2, yes.
Yeah. So, but it is less than 2, 1.8, 1.6 in Kerala.
So he's not saying that we should have 4 children or something, or like Hindu TFR should be 4.
When the second itself is a problem means it is not happening. Telling 4th or 5th is not going to happen. When they have the third, we will try to say whether 4 is required or not. At least now 3. Even there are 2-3 reasons. One, see, family's future also. If there is only one child norm, then if something happens to the child at some age, the parents, what will happen to the parents
Yeah.
in their old age? One. Secondly, if there is only single child, that single child, because of the all love and everything is poured on the child, and the child develops with an ego or the loneliness. Siblings, you all, me, yourself, in our childhood, because of the siblings we have learnt.
Yeah.
This love, sharing, compassion, these values are inculcated because of our siblings. And the child grows without a sibling, so it is having psychological problem, or ego, or loneliness. So that is why and family's health also. And about the community and nation also. We are creating economy, we are creating wealth, we are growing everything. But the future, if the nation becomes a nation of the old people, what is happening in Japan today?
Yeah.
It is aged Japan. But India being an ancient nation, it is it's a young nation.
Yeah.
And even after thousands of years. So that's why we should remain young as a nation. So that is possible only if you are having more progenies.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to ask you a question which I think you must have been asked in the US also. That the Hindutva philosophy of the Sangh, and it is a cultural identity that you want to create a Hindu nation. It's in a cultural sense, but at the same time, it creates some disquiet and discomfort among minorities. How do you assure the minorities that they are safe in India? And when you talk about Hindutva or Hindu nation, it is not in the religious sense, but in a cultural sense.
Vijayji, this thing I tell you. One, this question has been asked
umpteen times.
Umpteen times in last 50, 75 years, 100 years. That because you say there is a fear, what has happened?
Nothing has changed.
No, whether the Muslim number has come down,
It's gone up a little bit.
whether they had to flee, whether they are treated as second-class citizens in any Sangha Swayam Sevaks who are in BJP and BJP ruled states, in Maharashtra, in Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh, in Achal, in Uttar Pradesh, whether the community, the other religions people are second-class citizens, whether the government schemes are not reaching them. What has happened? So let us address it with hard facts and realities. See, the thing is, unnecessarily fear is being created among that society by repeatedly raising this question by the people in the media and other places. Thing is, I'll tell you, we have continuous dialogue with the leaders of the minority community, whether it is Christian, one thing. And we, in RSS, we say, this very concept of religious minority in India is not on sound basis. When we say we are all one, basically,
same people,
same ancestry, same DNA, the question of minority doesn't. Just because you have changed the mode of worship, change of religion has not changed your nationality. That is what we believe. So when the nationality is one and we are ancestors are one, we don't consider them as different.
Okay.
The people who think that world is one family, how can we differentiate with another religion? Not at all. And just because somebody is practicing another religion is there. As far as the persons following that religion should not come in the way of other people who are following different faith.
Yeah.
That is the whole thing. Now, we are not creating Hindu nation. This nation is a Hindu nation. We are not creating. See, there was British Raj here, right?
Yeah.
It was British Raj, it was a British state. Then also this was Hindu nation. It was not British nation. So during the British period, whether as a nation, what nation it was? Was it a British nation?
No, it was not, of course.
Not at all. So this nation state concept and the nation concept, this should be comprehensively debated and understood in the academics and the intellectual world of India. This confusion persists. Nation states, after the French Revolution, the nation states are the borders of the geographical borders is one nation, it is one state, and that is one government, and there is one thing. India's experience is different. That is why when you said there are two nations about Pakistan, I was little, I wanted to say, no, nation-wise we are one. There are two different states, or three states, Bangladesh and this thing. Till 47 we are, so nation cannot be divided like that. Same thing about Germany also, East and West. It was a German nation.
Yeah.
There were two states because of political ideology.
Yeah.
And they came together again.
Yeah. My mistake. I should not have said nation, but two states, 3 or 4 states that time.
So that's why the religious groups in here, whom you call religious minorities, they have no experience of being second-class citizens, number one. And within RSS, there are a number of people who are from these religious groups who are Sangha Swayamsevaks.
Muslims?
They have not become showpieces for us.
Muslims?
Yes, of course.
Christians?
I can give the names. You can go and check.
Okay.
The number may be less. The number is less even in Sarvodaya, where Gandhiji was all for Hindu-Muslim brotherhood. Gandhiji established Sarvodaya. How many Muslims are there? Why they are not there?
True.
RSS may be, as you said, anti-Muslim. So Sarvodaya is not anti-Muslim, right?
Fair enough.
So we have to go to the roots of these issues. So that's why thing is, it is not, the question is not to be posed to the RSS. Question is to be posed to the Muslim leadership.
I was just going to come to that. It's a good opportunity. Asaduddin Owaisi has very recently, just after the Bengal election results, has said that the time has come for Muslims to form their own leadership, in the sense that they should form their own party because they are not getting justice in a secular India.
That is left to him, and how...
Does that benefit you,
how people of his own religion are going to respond to that is yet to be seen. I don't know. But the thing is, the nationalist leadership among Muslims, which was there during the freedom struggle, and slowly after the creation of Pakistan, and because of the political change and the pseudo-secular policies followed in India, the nationalist leadership among the Muslims has become a rare commodity. That is the problem.
Yeah.
There are, but they are not supported. You have to be a separatist person. Then only the community supports.
So you don't think there's a need, as OIC says, there's no need for the Muslims to have their own leadership. They can...
Leadership, right. See, every community can have their leadership. Political parties need not be on the basis of religions.
Need not be or should not be?
See, the Indian Constitution permits any combination. That is why I cannot say it should not be a thing. But the thing is, if it is followed on the basis of religion, then all these things hurts.
Yeah.
So there are many political parties who follow certain faiths. In Kerala, there are some Christian-oriented parties there. Sikhism, there is a party. So that's why I don't say it should not be there, because the Constitution provides thing. As long as they follow certain things according to the Representative of People's Act, a political party can be formed. So there is a Muslim League also. There is the Hindu Mahasabha also. So the thing is, whether we can have a consensus on certain national issues about our nationality, about our nation's foundational values, which even Jawaharlal Nehru or Sampurnanand or Mahatma Gandhi or everybody, those who were in political field. I am not speaking about Maharishi Aurobindo or Vivekananda who were in spiritual field. People who were in political field, they had accepted that there are certain basic foundational views of our country. That is what even Jawaharlal Nehru also said while addressing Aligarh Muslim University students. So these issues have to be properly understood. That's why, in the name of secularism, we have thought discussing any of these things, current religion, is a anathema.
Okay.
It is stigma. So that should not be there.
Right. Earlier we talked about the Hindu nation and the Hindu Rashtra. Related to that question is a statement just made today, a few hours ago, by Udaynidhi Stalin. He again has said that Sanatana Dharma should be eradicated.
See, at the end of his speech on the floor of the House, his maiden speech as leader of opposition, he said, Valgai Dravidam, etc. He said the slogan, and the last sentence was this. That is, Sanatana. It's his opinion, and people have answered it in the elections. So, but one thing, see, Sanatana will not go because somebody says. Ultimately, what is Sanatana? See, because I feel there should not be light, or I feel there should not be shadows, it won't go. Sanatana is the spirit and soul of this nation. Sanatana is not a religious practice. Sanatana is a value, a worldview. Sanatana is as we were discussing science and what is Sanatana? Sanatana is that which is eternally there, eternal. That eternity is Sanatana. That it is like a tree, a banyan tree is there. Even after 100 years or 200 years, the banyan tree stands there. So whether banyan tree is old, yes, you say it's old because its trunk is old, its roots are deeper, and its roots are strong and deeper. But it's every season, it's having new leaves, new flowers, so it lives. So as long as it gets the new flowers and new leaves sprouting, so that tree is fresh, ever fresh. So Sanatana is that. That is the Nitya Nutana and Chirat Puratana. That is, it is ever fresh and always ancient. So it is a fantastic combination. That is what our civilization is. We have memories of our civilization. Memory is thousands of years old, millennia old civilization memories. But because of that, we are not saying that we don't accept or welcome AI or new technology or the newer things of life. We welcome, we cherish, we enjoy, we celebrate. So that is Sanatana, and which this gentleman is also doing. He is practicing Sanatana. Thing is, what is Sanatana? Unfortunately, he might not have understood it.
I see. So Sanatana is...
he thinks Sanatana is upper caste. Maybe. I don't know. I have not met him.
But it is for everybody.
It is for the whole world.
Yeah.
Maharishi Aurobindo said Sanatana is the nationality of this country. This is what Maharishi Aurobindo said in his Uttarpada speech. That's why Sanatana is the basis, and it expresses through, for example, the Hindu values, the truth and the eternal principles which Sanatana is manifested, expressed in the Hindu values.
Okay. I have a question about the Bengal elections. Spectacular results. No one expected it. At least the journalists who claim to know everything did not expect it. How much role did the Swayamsevaks have in the victory of BJP?
As citizens, they did everything.
Okay.
As belonging to a particular philosophy which we have been propagating and trying to live up. Yes, our Swayamsevaks have been at the receiving end for quite number of years. Earlier during the communist regime and then the TMC regime. So because what we were doing has been legal, constitutionally right thing we have been doing like we are doing in any other part of the country. But Swayamsevaks, because they were saying about this Sanatana, Hindu, etc. and also they were conducting shakas, creating patriotic nationalist people. So lot of hurdles and attacks and so many actions were being taken by government or government supported or the party supported things. So our people have suffered, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle not by only Swayamsevaks, it was a struggle by the entire Hindu society. So that's why every Hindu voter became a Hindu worker in Bengal. So that is why this it was a civilizational question, and the results were, as you said, it was unprecedented, unexpected, such thing. It was a tsunami, all these things. It is true. So because when you are pushed to the wall, you are going to hit back.
Is it true that the Swayamsevaks came out in large numbers and provided security or reassurance to the
That
voters?
we have tried to our best of our strength and capacity. We have done it in the post-poll violence in 5 years back. When there was a thing. I myself had visited 2-3 places where things were going. See, Sangha Swayamsevaks are not we are not an army. We, out of our the love for society and spirit for community service, our people have also rallied the other people who are like-minded, who want to do something, and that is why, of course, we try to provide safety and security to the suffering people wherever it happens.
Okay. Dattaji, something unusual.
Including some people who may not be our organization people, who may not be even Hindus. Many a time that also may happen.
Right. In the last few years, we have seen that many of the BJP-ruled chief ministers, chief ministers, have not been from RSS. Suvendu Adhikari is one, Samrat Chaudhary, Himanta Biswa Sarma. Does that bother you, or does that give you great pleasure that more chief ministers are coming into RSS fold?
I'm happy. BJP is growing, and that means it is accepted. Of course, they understand the RSS also slowly. There is no problem.
Of
And every even in RSS also new people come, no? Not necessarily everybody joins RSS only when they are school kids.
Right.
There are many people who join the RSS at the later age.
So would you encourage these 3 chief ministers to join RSS?
See, they are as good as in RSS because they are in the ideological family of the RSS.
True. So they don't necessarily have to formally sign the membership form.
There is no formal membership at all in RSS. Even I have not taken a formal membership. The RSS is a family setup thing. So that is why here, whoever enters the family, a daughter-in-law who comes into the family need not fill a form. She naturally becomes one of the family.
I don't know if Suvendu Adhikari would like to be called daughter-in-law. More like a
He
son-in-law.
is a proud son.
Proud son, a prodigal son who has returned after a long absence. Dattaji, I am going to ask you a very personal question. I know you suffered greatly during emergency time. Can you just tell us how it reshaped your thinking?
I think those days are over now. And of course, the lessons of emergency should be told to the every generation. And people who have not seen emergency, who have not seen, we have not seen the freedom struggle. So we were told how it was, and umpteen number of books have come. And it is also told as a part of curriculum. And the emergency also should be included in some way or the other in the curriculum, because it was the darkest period of the democracy in independent India. So that's why it should be told to the people. And how the fundamental rights were suspended and what happened. So these things, many of the today's generation, people, they don't know. So that should be told. And the suffering part of it, of course, it was there in the lockups and jails in many parts of the country. That has been repeatedly explained. I don't want to elaborate on that. Of course, it is not that when the emergency was clamped, these things should happen. That might not have been the idea to suppress the thing. Thing is, some people took the undue advantage of the situation. That's why you see, when all power is given to the
local authorities.
authorities, then it will be misused. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Then and even now.
Anytime.
True. Lastly, am I talking to the next Sarsang Chalak?
That you should ask the Sarsanga Chalak.
Oh God, no. But that should be the logical.
In Sangha, we don't have the practice of thinking about the next Sarsanga Chalak.
True. Dattaji, thank you so much for the time. Namaskar.
Thank you.
Namaste.